Yes, people, we are back on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel for another Manchester United match reaction. Newcastle United 4, Manchester United 1 in the Premier League, and just end the Premier League season now. I've been saying this for months. End the Premier League season now. What a terrible, horrible, just genuinely disgusting, Wutless performance, and I'll get into all of that. But first and foremost, there's a way to lose football matches. Everyone knew Manchester United were going to lose this game. That was the general consensus. Everything was in Newcastle United's favor, without doubt. But I was saying in the build-up to this, there's a way to lose matches. Do not go out there and just roll over and die and hand Newcastle United the game. In the return fixture, when they came to Old Trafford, even though it was only 2-0, I was fuming after that performance. I was disgusting. Wutless performance, I called it. And the reason why I did that is because we gave up. I'll forgive lack of skill to an extent if we lose and the team is just better than us. Yes, I'll be annoyed, but I go, okay, they are just better and they performed extremely well. We rolled over in the return fixture at Old Trafford previously, and we rolled over today and gave Newcastle United the game. Gave them the game with absolute ease. And that's where the disgusting part comes in. That's where it is indeed Wutless and just terrible decision making from terrible players. The manager performing terrible. I don't know what Amarim is thinking, and this falls on everybody. But in regards to it, let's get into the actual game itself. First goal, Agate on the ball. All he has to do is just progress the ball. People talk about him being poor on the ball. I'll have no issue with him on the ball like that. I'm not looking for you to spray 40, 50-yard passes. I'm not looking for you to progress the ball through the lines where it's tough, through 3 or 4 players and girls. It was a simple pass. I believe it was Garnacho or Dalot on the right-hand side. All you had to do was progress the ball. But no, you turn inside safe, negative with Manchester United. Like, show a little bit. Hey, yo, that's crazy. But show some cojones. That's probably an AO, but we move people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Show some skill. With your professional footballer at Manchester United, attempt things. Again, it ties into what I was talking about, the lack of effort, the lack of will. All he had to do was progress the ball. And we don't progress the ball, cuts inside. We end up losing it. Great goal by Newcastle for the first one. Isak, quality dink over the top, and Tonali with a great volley. We 1-0 down. And then on the flip side, how we got the equalizer was by Agate playing a very similar pass he should have played for the Newcastle first goal. So he battles with Joe Linton, which is what Agate is good at. Very, very good at. Battles with him. He turns inside, turns back around, and then plays a pass out to Dalot. That's all you had to do for the first goal. Dalot then breaks. Good break. Plays it into Garnacho. Garnacho, good finish. We're in the game. Probably don't deserve to be on the balance of play, but we're in the game. We're like, okay, can you kick on from this? And then the second half, again, just gave them the game up, like I just mentioned. Gave them the game with absolute ease. Ridiculous. The second goal, what is Dalot do? Livramento just walk past him. What type of defending is that? That's what you're in the team to do, because we know you don't offer too much going forward. I'm surprised you actually got the assist for the Garnacho goal. We've watched Dalot be horrible going forward all season long. Livramento goes past him with ease. Amas should do better at the back stick with Murphy. And then the worst thing, see how it's multiple mistakes I'm talking about. So you got Dalot with 1. Amas, who I thought was actually decent, but he's at fault there. That's 2 players. And then you could blame Lindelof or Yoro when it's cut back across the goal. Because I did the freeze frame before I watched this. Look at where, and people, you can go do this yourself. Look at where Harvey Barnes is, and look at where Lindelof and Yoro are as Jacob Murphy is crossing the ball back into the box. They're both ahead of him. And I'm looking more at Lindelof. You know why? 1, you're the senior centre-back. You are the senior centre-back, number 1. And 2, you're the central centre-back. That's where you should be. But this has been Lindelof in a nutshell, and that falls on the manager playing Lindelof. But, hey, we move with that. Third good, and then on to the third goal. Jesus Christ with the third goal. This is, again, on Lindelof, but people won't talk about it. Maz slips. That's a mistake on Maz, 110%. And he's been our best player, most consistent player. Maz slips, Harvey Barnes then gets the ball. It's then 2-on-1, where I'm like, okay, Lindelof, make a decision. Anytime it's 2-on-1, you do one of 2 things as the defender. You either attack, try and win the ball and crash into whoever's on the ball. You wipe him out because it wouldn't have been a red card. You were not booked, so you could have easily took a yellow. Could have easily, your role's right there. So you either crash into Harvey Barnes, or you cut off the passing lane to Isak and you let Harvey Barnes drive and you go, hey, you know what, Fairs? You fair enough, that's not on me. You know what Lindelof does? Neither. Retreats. I watched it at full speed. I watched it in slow-mo a few times. Did nothing. Didn't cut off the passing lane to Isak, so Harvey Barnes could have easily played that pass. Wasn't on the front foot. Again, passive defending. Wutless defending. Go crash into Harvey Barnes and take the booking. Or cut off the passing lane to Isak. Did neither. And then we're 3-1 down. Game's dead. And then as for the fourth goal, just comical. Just sums up Manchester United in a nutshell. We know Onana's a horrible goalkeeper, but by and there, what are you trying to do? Again, decision-making, self-awareness, which this team and this manager just lacks throughout. And even by Onana's comments, going back and forth, what he said about Leon and what he said to Matic in response shows the lack of self-awareness. And when this manager makes certain statements, it shows lack of self-awareness. We're 3-1 down at Newcastle. 3-1 down, and you try and dink the ball into the middle of the park. Little side foot, just dink it over the top. Why? Even if it makes it, it's not a good pass. And I don't care if that's instruction, initiative. Use your initiative. We have been trying to play out from the back all game long and it's not worked. How many times did we beat their press from our goal kick or our defensive third successfully? You can count on one hand. So clearly it's not working to the point. 17 minutes in, I'm on my watch along and I'm saying, finally, we've gone long from a goal kick. We know what Newcastle are very good at. That is their bread and butter. They are very mobile, very physical on the front foot team. And you're at St. James's Park, you know the crowd is going to get up for it. Go long. Go long from goal kicks. That's absolutely fine. And the thing is, law of averages, you are going to get the ball. So even if you just kick it long to Xerxes and he loses all his jewels, 3 things are going to happen. 1, Newcastle are going to get the ball back. And if they get the ball back, it's literally in their half. So they have the whole goal to go. Secondly, Xerxes is going to win the ball and we're going to retain possession. Thirdly, we can maybe win the second ball if he does lose out. Or fourth, it goes out for a throw-in and we retain possession. And we get possession back. Law of it, just common sense, again, just basic decision making. And that is horrendous from Bayern there. And then as for the manager, I was just talking about the tactics there. Why are we trying to play out from the back? We do not have the personnel to play out from the back. We don't. You've been here long enough. I know this. Especially against a team that presses well as Newcastle and want to press. What are we doing here? Falls on the manager. Onana being rested for mental break. Yo, I need a mental break from this team. Sheik does. Eddie does. YG does. All my dons on the watch along. As do all the Manchester United content creators and all Manchester United fans across the globe do. We need a break. Mental break. Now throw him out there. He said that dumb shit to Leon about Leon. He said that dumb shit to Matic. Nah, don't like, oh, he's been dropped. He's being rested, people. He was being protected. Playing Lindelof. We know about Lindelof's issues as well. Playing Dalot. Yeah, he set up the goal, but you've seen him for the second goal. What are we doing here? Agate's been poor for a minute now, needs to be dropped. Needs to be dropped. What is going on? The only bright spot really was Xerxes. Big shame about his injury, his hamstring injury. Hopefully it's not the season. Hopefully it's not the season, but it didn't look good. That's pretty much it, people. That's pretty much it. On to Thursday, and our only save, Maino getting minutes again as well. Maino getting on the pitch, that's good. Our only saving grace, people, is that the Europa League is not of a good standard. So that competition is still there. Because Newcastle are potentially a Champions League outfit, and it showed today. They're clear of us, without doubt. They would comfortably win the Europa League if they was in it. They're better than all the sides left in it. But this competition, as I've been saying, is wide open. We are not a good outfit. Leon, after playing them, they are not a good outfit. Bodo Glimt beat Lazio 2-0. Atletico Bilbao, who are my favorites and still my favorites, failed to beat Rangers with 10 men. We know how poor Rangers are. We played Rangers, even though they've changed manager. What's going on? Spurs, literally, what is it? 17 losses for them. Frankfurt failed to beat them. Wolves just packed them up. And Wolves have been battling relegation. This competition, the Europa League, is wide open. This manager needs to get it together, because if he continues to manage like this next season, it's a wrap. and nobody is helping anybody. That's my major issue. We know how bad these players are, but his manager is not helping the situation by playing certain players and trying to play a certain way, like playing out from the back at St. James's Park against Newcastle. Recipe for a fucking disaster. But like I said, we all knew we was going to lose. Wutless performance. Hit the like button on the video, subscribe, drop a comment. Big up, love to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. Salute.